The fuck did you do, Jamie?
I gave an interview.
About what?
Not what. Who?
You're a selfish piece of shit. Seeing me will be the last thing you ever do alive. I swear to God, Jamie.
Jamie Dutton's sorrowful existence in Yellowstone is not just a challenge for the character. It also impacts actor Wes Bentley's real life. Jamie has endured unimaginable hardship, murdering his biological father, losing his adoptive parents, abandoning his dream of ranching to become a lawyer, and bearing the weight of his sister Beth's unending scorn. Beth's animosity toward Jamie, though shocking and cruel at times, stems from deeply rooted pain and betrayal. So, what lies at the heart of her hatred? Why did Beth kill Jamie, and how did she get away with his murder? Watch till the end to find out. The event that changed everything: Jamie's role in Beth's infertility. The Yellowstone Season 5 finale brought one of television's most intense sibling rivalries to a heart-wrenching conclusion. Taylor Sheridan's gripping neo-Western drama, centered on the Dutton family's fight to protect their ranch, culminated in a climactic showdown between Beth, Kelly Riley, and Jamie, Wes Bentley. After years of escalating tensions, the finale, titled Life is a Promise, delivered their final confrontation, a moment that was as brutal as it was inevitable. By the episode's end, the Dutton Ranch was sold to Chief Rainwater of the Broken Rock Reservation, marking the end of an era. Yet, even as the land changed hands, Beth and Jamie refused to let go of their mutual promise to destroy one another. Beth Dutton, played by Kelly Riley, has always been a polarizing character. Her aggressive treatment of Jamie, including urging him to end his own life during a vulnerable moment in Season 2's Resurrection Day, has led some fans to label her a sociopath. Yet, her unyielding disdain for her brother isn't without reason. An incident in their youth irrevocably altered Beth's life, leaving scars that never healed. As the series progresses, Jamie's choices only deepen the rift between them, fueling the fiery feud that defines their relationship. The crux of Beth's hatred toward Jamie traces back to a harrowing event during their teenage years. When Beth became pregnant, she turned to Jamie for help. He took her to a free clinic, but unbeknownst to her, the procedure required sterilization. Jamie agreed to it, making a choice on her behalf that would forever change her life. This betrayal left Beth unable to have children, a fact that weighs heavily on her as she begins to settle down with Rip Wheeler, Cole Hauser. Beth not only carries guilt over the abortion, especially since Rip was the father, though he was never told, but also fears that her inability to bear children will leave Rip unfulfilled. The discovery of Jamie's son in Season 5 reignites Beth's fury. She lashes out, telling Jamie he doesn't deserve to be a father and threatening to take away everything he loves. Whether her threats involve legally adopting Jamie's child or something darker remains unclear, but the venom in her words speaks of her deep-seated resentment for Jamie. Jamie wasn't always a source of pain for the Dutton family anyway. Early in the series, as the family's lawyer, he went to great lengths to protect their interests, even when their actions bordered on criminality. However, his relationship with his adoptive father, John Dutton, Kevin Costner, and his siblings soured over time. John's decision to run against Jamie for governor marked a turning point. Feeling humiliated, Jamie retaliated by sharing damaging secrets about the family with a reporter, an act he later regretted enough to kill the journalist and cover his tracks. For Beth, this betrayal only confirmed what she already believed. Jamie was untrustworthy. Jamie's proposals to sell parts of the Dutton land to secure financial stability and advance his political career further widened the gap between him and the family. Beth viewed these moves as threats to the family's legacy and way of life. By the time Jamie began secretly working with outside forces intent on dismantling the Dutton Empire, any remaining trust between him and Beth was obliterated. The final blow: John Dutton's death and Beth's revenge. John Dutton's death in Season 5 deals the ultimate blow to the family, and Jamie's role in the tragedy caps off Beth's hatred for him. After his lover, Sarah Atwood, Dawn Olivieri, orchestrates John's assassination to look like a suicide, Jamie learns of the plan and, while initially mourning his father, ultimately supports her decision. Beth immediately suspects Jamie's involvement, knowing their father's murder aligns with his recent actions and alliances, while her brother Case, Luke Grimes, convinces her to wait for evidence. The revelation of Jamie's involvement sends Beth over the edge. In a climactic confrontation, Beth invades Jamie's home, armed with bear mace and a knife, and with Rip, Cole Hauser, by her side, stabs him, and has Rip dispose of his body in the infamous train station, a remote canyon where the Duttons hide their darkest deeds. Jamie's fate is sealed, and Beth ensures that she has the final word in their long-running feud. To ensure Jamie's downfall goes well beyond his death, Beth fabricates a story that Jamie attacked her and fled, tarnishing his public reputation. For Jamie, losing his standing would be an even deeper wound than the physical attack, making Beth's vengeance complete. Beth Dutton's hatred for Jamie is not without reason, even if her methods are extreme. From the moment he made the decision to sterilize her without her consent, Jamie set off a chain of events that would shape their toxic relationship. Over the years, his actions, both deliberate and accidental, have only reinforced her belief that he is a danger to the family and their legacy. On the surface, Beth's unending fury might seem excessive, but her pain runs deep. The heartbreak of her infertility, compounded by her father's death and Jamie's betrayals, has left her with little room for forgiveness. Whether her actions are justified or not, it just goes on to confirm what we already know about the Dutton siblings' relationship. It is as complex and volatile as the land they fight to protect. In the end, Yellowstone is as much about the family's internal battles as it is about their external ones. And for Beth and Jamie, their shared history ensures that peace will always be out of reach. What the producers' comments reveal about Beth and Jamie's final fight. Speaking with Entertainment Weekly, executive producer Christina Voros shed light on the finale's shocking conclusion, particularly the tragic culmination of Beth and Jamie's years-long feud. Comparing their dynamic to the kind of intense familial conflict seen in Shakespearean tragedies, Voros said that this final clash was not only necessary, but inevitable. She explained, "I feel like Beth is a woman of her word, so when she said it, I believed it. Their relationship feels almost Shakespearean to me. There was no way that was ever not going to end in some kind of tragedy. They earned it because they are fairly equal adversaries. If you knew who was going to win going into that fight, it wouldn't have been interesting, and it wouldn't have been worthy of all the effort that has gone into creating that rivalry over all these years. It needed to be the fight to end all fights, and that was very important to Taylor from the beginning. He had a very clear vision of what that fight needed to be, to do justice to the relationship." Beth and Jamie's relationship has always been defined by betrayal and revenge, rooted in a devastating incident from their teenage years. Jamie's decision to take Beth to a clinic that sterilized her without her knowledge shattered their bond forever. This betrayal festered for years, with Beth seeking every opportunity to punish Jamie, while Jamie's resentment grew as his political ambitions crumbled. Their final confrontation in Yellowstone Season 5 was the ultimate expression of this rivalry. It's a moment that encapsulates years of tension and storytelling, paying off in a way that feels both satisfying and tragic. The physical violence of their clash mirrors the emotional wounds they've inflicted on each other throughout the series, making their battle as inevitable as it is devastating. Voros' comparison of their dynamic to a Shakespearean tragedy shows the depth and complexity of their relationship. Like characters in one of the Bard's plays, Beth and Jamie were doomed from the start. Their fates were sealed not just by Jamie's betrayal, but by the deeply dysfunctional environment they were raised in. The finale doesn't shy away from this, delivering a confrontation that is as much about their shared history as it is about the present moment. A tragic conclusion to a bitter rivalry. In the finale, Beth's determination to exact revenge on Jamie is matched only by Jamie's desperation to survive. Their bloody fight is the add-up of years of storytelling, with Taylor Sheridan crafting a narrative that has built toward this moment from the very beginning. The stakes are high, the emotions are raw, and the outcome is brutal. As Voros pointed out, the unpredictability of their fight is what makes it so compelling. The power dynamic between the two siblings has always been volatile, and their final clash reflects that, leaving viewers on the edge of their seats until the very end. Beth and Jamie's final scene is a fitting end to one of Yellowstone's most compelling storylines. The intensity of their feud and the depth of their hatred have made their relationship one of the show's central narratives, and its resolution is as memorable as it is tragic. Kelly Riley and Wes Bentley deliver powerhouse performances, capturing the Shakespearean grandeur of their character's arc while grounding it in the harsh reality of the Dutton family's world. While the sale of the Dutton Ranch marks the end of an era, the finale also sets the stage for new beginnings. Beth's story isn't over, and with a Yellowstone spin-off on the horizon, fans can look forward to seeing her continue to navigate the challenges of her world. If the past is any indication, Beth will keep delivering the drama, and she will undoubtedly keep coming out on top.